Okay guys, I'm coming to you with a new video. As you guys know, one of the things I want to talk about is I recently had a conversation with a person, and I've been having this conversation off and on for a few years now, where people ask me, what does it mean to have so much knowledge? What can an average Joe do with so much knowledge, as far as history in general, a whole lot of knowledge about government, things of that nature. And what they were trying to say is, if they're a plain Jane or a plain Joe, like me and you every single day, they basically wanted to know, or they felt like it did not have any advantage to know these things, and that having this knowledge was not going to really change anything. The conversation was came about with the recent police brutality against blacks. They basically feel like it just doesn't matter to have so much knowledge. It's not going to change anything. My position on this is that I've always said knowledge is power. I've always said that. I always felt that way. And the reason why I say this is because what you know can carry you far into what you want to do with your life. But the thing is, you have to have a record of a good education in order to start really making power moves with what you want to do with your life. You have to have an education. It's good to have a high school diploma. It's even better to have a college education, a college degree. And you have to be willing to move past all the odds of your situation. You have to be willing to be better than what you see in your own environment. It's having that knowledge. You're right. If you don't do anything with it, having that knowledge is just not going to benefit you. It's not going to benefit other folks. It's not going to create change. You have to take the necessary steps that you need to take in order to make a difference for yourself and or other people. Now, a lot of folks don't like Barack Obama, but this video is not going to be about whether or not he's a good president, this, that, or other. That's up for you to decide. That's your own perspective, and I respect that. I'm just simply saying this. Barack Obama is black, and he's the president of the United States. His wife is black, and she's the first lady of the United States. Both of them together are in a great position of power to be African American, and to do that says a lot. That says that there's still hope for the United States of America. There's still hope for minorities, whether it is that you're black, you're Mexican, you're Puerto Rican, you're a woman. It's hope for minorities. Hope against hope, basically, what the Word of God says. He beat all the odds by becoming the President of the United States, and she beat all the odds by becoming the First Lady of the United States. And in my opinion, Michelle Obama is making major moves for children, not just in the United States, but overseas too. Google her, look her up, and find out what she's doing. Basically, what I'm saying is, you have to want to better yourself. Talking about the things that you don't like with this and that, talking about the things that you know in history, and all you're doing is sitting on your couch. That's not going to do anything for you. That's not going to do anything for the next person. And a lot of you guys feel like you don't have what it takes to be more than what you are. Maybe you did have, maybe you don't have a GED. I don't know. Maybe you dropped out of school or something like that. I know plenty of folks who were responsible for my education in high school. When I was in high school, I had a few teachers that were actually going to college themselves. They were teachers' aides. They were going to college themselves, and they had a major impact on my life. Regardless if they were the regular teacher or not. You know, and they didn't give up on their dreams. They didn't give up on their hopes, their aspirations, and they still had a great influence on me. So, as I said before, you just have to be willing to beat the odds of what's going on with your environment and what the world is trying to show you. And sometimes the news, they do a good job with letting you know what's going on with the world and everything like that, but sometimes they exploit it so much to the point. The news can indirectly give you a sense of hopelessness, and I've felt that for myself just by watching the things that goes on the news, and it seems like they want to exploit all the bad stuff all the time. You know, that's not the only news that's going on in the world, but we have to understand that the news is also a business as well, and it's a form of media. You know, they're going to show you what they think is hot, and unfortunately, police brutality, that's what's hot right now. I just want to encourage all of you guys, regardless if, you know, you have a record of a good education, or if you don't have a record of good education, but you still have a lot of knowledge that most folks don't have. You know, whatever your talent is, whatever your skill is, whatever you're passionate about, just, you know, put your hands to the plow and see how you can make a difference in your own life with what you are skilled with. And, you know, start from there and see where it takes you. Just want to be influenced, and a positive influence, you guys.